record on this computer. So the next model, class I don't mind, one or two students don't mind. I think Sidhu also, you missed one class of exponential. I'll repeat that for you. Nothing else you missed, only that you missed. I'll just explain that to you, nothing to worry. Okay, so the next model of the exponential functions that you can get as part of the exam is something similar to this. So when I say something similar to this, second question, try to solve second question and type your answer in the chat box. Whether you make it right or wrong, it is up to you. Then I'll tell you how to solve, what is the best way to solve. This is one of the models that you can expect to get in the exam. Please do solve. Everyone attempt, try to solve and give me answer. Most important, because simple, but we make mistakes. Most of us make mistakes. It's very simple, but most of us make mistakes. Whatever, whether it is right or wrong later on, please do type your answer. The moment you make mistake and you realize what is the correct way to solve that, you'll never repeat the mistakes. So try to make mistake. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. 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 Okay. So three options are coming up on the screen. I can see three options. Option A, option B, option A, option B, option D, option A, option B, option D. So very few said, someone said option C too. Very good. So whenever you get something similar to these questions, so the next model of this question is this. How to solve these questions is very simple. You please do need to remember one simple thing. What is that simple thing is? Square root of 9 is only 3. It is not plus or minus 3. Square root of a number is always positive number. If you can remember that sufficient to solve these questions, you can expect to get one model of this in the exam. So what is the concept? Square root of a number is always positive. When I say square root of a number is always positive, and how to solve this? You need to solve the way I'm doing in the exam. So plug in -1 on the left hand side. The moment you plug in -1 on the left hand side, you get 2 into -1 plus 3 is equal to minus of -1. So square root of 1 is equal to 1. Yes, -1 should be correct, because -1 when I plug in, I'm getting left hand side is equal to right hand side. So -1 should be 100% correct answer. 100% correct answer. So cancel all the options that don't have -1. So C and D are gone. So these options, there are no solutions to given equations. Rarely they are correct. So many students who don't solve, they try to mark D, but they can never be correct. So answer should be either A or B. So now immediately let me plug in the value of 3. If I plug in 3, left hand side is 2 into 3, 6 plus 3 is 9, and the right hand side is -3. So square root of 9 is -3 is meaningless. So square root of 9 can never be negative number, because square root of number 9 is only positive. You might ask me, sir, -3 into -3 is 9. I'll write square root of 9 as -3 whole square, and this will get cancelled. I'll get answer as -3. You might say me. So, but square root is a function. I don't want to go into the math. So square root of is a function. When I say function, it should take some input and give definite output, only one output. If you don't know it gives +3 or -3 output, you can never use square root in the life. So leave all that. So square root of a number is always positive because of some reasons. You can also take negative, but we'll take only one, either +3 or -3. We are always positive people, so we'll take only positive. So square root of a number is always positive. If I say square root of 9 is 3. If I say x square is equal to 9, then x is plus or minus 3. This is separate. This is a quadratic function. Don't get confused. If I have a square root of a number should be always positive. So since it should be always positive, and don't try to solve this. Don't think I'm very good in math. I'll square on both sides. I'll simplify. I'll try to do some magic, and I'll do. Nothing is going to work in exam. Be as simple as possible. Use the plugin, because either of these should be answers. Try to plug in -1. It is satisfying. So cancel C and D. Plug in 3. It is not satisfying, because the left hand side is square root of 9 and the right hand side is -3. Square root of a number can never be negative. So B for A for America cannot be answer. So B for Bangalore should be correct answer. That is why we'll mark B for Bangalore. Such a simple question. You don't believe 95% of the students will make mistakes in the first attempt, because they don't know the simple concept here. So what is the concept? Square root of a number should be positive. What is the next concept? You need to only plug in. Don't think I'm very good in math. I'll square, I'll find the roots. All that is nonsense. In SAT, I'm not required to show my knowledge. What is required for me? I need to know the best way to solve the questions, solve them, get the answers, and move on. As simple as that. Okay? Yeah, perfect. Now, with this the knowledge that I explained it to you right now, try to solve question number 3 and give me your answer. Question number 3 and give me your answer. You need to solve question number 3 and give me answer. Everyone should solve. You should apply the same concept I told you right now. Very good. Everyone should give me answer. Same simple concept that I explained it to you right now. Everyone should be active in my class. All 23. How many students are there? This year, at least 400 might write SAT from my side. Everyone should get good score in both English and math. Pakka, you should get very good score. If you get 750, 800 in English, math, even you get 500 in English. 500 is dead simple, because you mark all A's or B's, you get 500. No need to do some magic here. You'll get 1300 and above, which is a very good score. So it's very easy to get score. For that, math will help you scoring, but you need to know the strategies. You need to know the types of questions I'm going to make mistakes. You need to know the best way to solve the questions. For that, we are there here. If you learn them, practice, implement, success is yours. Very good. So 16 students marked the answer. Most of them said A, some of them said B, very few said C, some of them said D. Now let us see what should be the correct answer for this. So few students joined right now who want to join these offline classes. Classes are starting from Thursday 6 to 8. So please do come on Thursday 6 to 8 and meet me at 5:30. You can come to my office and meet me, but classes will be in opposite building. Okay, yeah. Now, when I want to solve this question, I clearly know which of the following is not a solution. So I know square root of a number can never be negative. So square root of -3 square is equal to -9 is meaningless. So square root of a number should be always positive. So A can never ever be the answer, because I told you one simple thing. Square root of a number can never ever be negative. You just need to apply that. Good. Most of you said A for Agra is answer. Very few have typed B or something else. So what is the problem with B? Square root of 0 square is equal to 0. Square root of 0 square is 0. Yes, 0 is equal to 0. Correct. 2 square is square root of 2 square is 2. Square root of 5/4 whole square is 5/4. So these three are correct. So the only option that is not correct from the given options is A for Agra. Why? Because we just learned one concept. What is that concept? Square root of a number should be always positive. That is what is the concept that we have learned. Okay. Yeah. The next concept that you need to know is you need to know few basic formulas when you're solving in the exam. You need to know few basic formulas in exponential functions. Most of you know them. I'll just repeat once for you. A power m into a power n is a power m plus n. A power m by a power n is a power m minus n. A power m by n is same as nth root of a power m. Most important. A power m by n is same as nth root of a power m. So this simple three formulas you should know. You might get one question based on these three formulas. So if you see this question, which of the following is equivalent to x power 7 by 2 when x is greater than 0? So try to give me answer for this. Everyone should type your answer in the chat box. So your next model question that you can get in exponential function is based on the formulas that I wrote it on the board. So we have three formulas. So based on the formulas, these three formulas, you get one question. So see what should be the answer. If you want to see the formulas again, just take one photo, simple formulas. Some of you are non-math background, you might face difficulty. If not, most of you should be able to solve. So yeah, and do me a favor, after the class, who want to join this offline, just message me in WhatsApp. Then I'll remove from online, and anyway, I'll remove that day, but I want clarity and everything. How many are coming? I need to plan classes and everything, right? Yeah. So just message me in WhatsApp after the class. Now the question is this. Next model that you can get in exponential functions is based on the formula based. Which are the formulas? Those three formulas: a power m into a power n, a power m by a power n, a power m by n. So if you are good at those three formulas, pakka one question is in your hand. Very good. Very good. If you make this question mistake, I'll not agree. I simply told you what is the formula. I told you a power m by n is same as nth root of a power m. That is the formula that I told you. A power m by n is nth root of a power m. That is the formula that I told you. So please do check carefully and try to give me the answer. So I need to write x power 7 by 2. X power 7 by 2 written as square root of x power 7. So if nothing is there, means it is same as square root. So clearly I can see C for Chennai is my answer. So I'll happily mark C for Chennai as my answer. Okay. Yeah. So next model that you are going to get is based on this formula. Which formula? A power m into a power n, a power m by a power n, a power m by n. So on these three wonderful formulas, definitely you are going to get one question. Let me give you one more question. Yeah, try to give me answer for eighth question. Eighth question. Okay, that question is done. Very good. Now think and try to give me answer for question number 8. Very good. Everyone try to solve. No one, please don't sit idle in the class. Try to solve. So see how simple is this question. You should know those four formulas: a power m into a power n, a power m by a power n, a power m by n. You should also know a power m whole power n. Even this formula you need to know, which is a power mn. You know these basic formulas, four basic formulas. Based on four basic formulas, pakka you are expected to get one question based on the four formulas. If anyone is finding difficult to understand, even after working, you please get back to me. Don't drop in between. Dropping is easy, but you lose wonderful opportunity. Take the guidance from the right people, be on the right track. You will be the successful person at the end of the day, no doubt. So if I need to solve this question, 32 can be written as 2 power 5 whole power x. 8 can be written as 2 power 3 whole power y. So which can be written as 2 power 5x 2 power 3y, which can be written as 2 power 5x minus 3y. But 5x minus 3y is given as 10. So this is same as 2 power 10, which is same as this value is same as 2 power 10. Now try to look into option A. The moment I try to look into option A, I get 2 power 6. It is not 2 power 10. So A for Agra is meaningless. Now try to look into option B. So the moment I try to look into option B, it is 4 power 5. 4 can be written as 2 square. 2 square to the power of 5, which is 2 power 10. This can be written as 2 cube. 2 cube to the power of 4. No need to do because you are very clear. Option B is 2 power 10 and I need 2 power 10. So happily you can mark B for Bangalore is answer. See how simple is that? How simple is the question? So no need to mark any other option. So happily B for Bangalore should be your answer. Yeah. So B for Bangalore should be your answer. Who got different options? Please be careful. You should not lose mistakes in these simple questions. The moment you try to lose mistakes in these simple questions, you cannot get 800 here. Math, not only math, even in writing, it is very simple. So if you're finding it difficult, what you need to do? You need to do two simple things. Start explaining it to your friends. Ask me, sir, today's class, I'll explain it to you. I'll prepare and I'll come to the class and explain. Yes, happily we'll be there. We'll motivate you. Start doing the discussions. I think yesterday teacher has explained you addition, deletion. She has given you assignment on that. Do those things. Come to the class and start explaining. Discuss, not argue. Discuss in the class. But before class, you need to work and come. Then you can do well in the class. Yeah. Please do 11th question and try to give me your answer. 11th question. So these are all the questions that are based on the formula models. These are all the questions that are based on the formula things that you are going to get in the exam part. So try to answer question number 11. Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Everyone should give me your answer and everyone make sure that you mute it. Perfect. Perfect. So simple question. Most of you are trying to answer. I'll explain this and I'll go to the next model. So this can be written as x power p square minus q square because a power m by a power n is a power m minus n, which is x power 64. X is same as x. So p square minus q square should be 64. P square minus q square can be written as p plus q into p minus q. That is equal to 64. P plus q is 16. So p minus q is 64 by 16. That is 4. So happily Bangalore. B for Bangalore should be your answer. Perfect answer. Okay. Yeah. So B for Bangalore should be your perfect answer. So listen to me, the next concept that you are going to the exam very carefully, most difficult for many students because they are not sure. So the next model that you are going to get in exam today, I discussed only two simple models. One is square root of a number should be always positive. That is the first model that I discussed with you. Second is the questions based on the formulas. Third model is most important and most difficult for many students because they are not aware. They know the compound interest formula, but they don't know the way it should be known. That is the reason you face a difficulty. So next is compound interest. Keep everyone heading as compound interest. Compound interest is an exponential function. That is the reason I told you in the last class, if you want to become rich, invest in something that give you compound returns. Because compound interest is an exponential function. Exponential function means like this. This is an exponentially increasing function. This is an exponentially decreasing function. Yeah. So the next concept that you should know in exponential functions is compound interest or compounding. So you are investing 100 rupees at 10% compounded annually. At 10% compounded annually. So what is 10% of 100? 10% means by 100 into 100. So 10% of 100 is 10. So 100 plus 10 is 110. On this again you get 10%. 10% of 100 is 11, 121. Something is happening. Don't worry, whatever is happening here. This is called compounding, because on the net amount, if they calculate interest, it is called compound. Whether you understood or not, least bothered point here. Now let us see what is the point that is required exactly. So how to do compound interest is, there is a formula for compound interest. Everyone in the class should know. You don't have an option. You should know that. So how to find compound interest? Amount means, suppose you are giving 100 rupees to someone and you are saying at 10% interest. After 5 years, he'll give you some amount. Assume he'll give you some 145 or 150. So this 145 is called amount. The amount you get into your hand is called, the amount that you get into your hand is the final amount. So amount is given by P, principal. Principal is the initial amount that you give into 1 plus R. R stands for rate of interest, 10%, 5% per annum. Rate of interest by N. I'll tell you what is the meaning of N. Into 100 whole power N into T. T is 5 years. I gave him for 5 years. After 5 years, he'll give me 145 rupees. So, to be frank, he'll give more, but I just wrote some random number. So this is the amount for compound amount. P is the amount that you give. R is the rate of interest. T is the time in years. Then what does this N stands for is? N stands for is number of times, most important, number of times compounded in a year. Number of times compounded in an year. Means it is not required that I compound after 1 year. I can compound even after 1 month. Even if I can compound after every 6 months. If I'm compounding after every 6 months, in 1 year, I'll compound 2 times. If I'm compounding after every 3 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times did I compound in a year? 4 times. So N is 4. If I'm compounding every 1 month, 1, 2, 3, in 1 year, how many times I'll do? 12 times. N stands for number of times you do the compounding in an year. Means how many times you need to compound. If I say monthly, N is 12. If I say half yearly, N is 2. If I say okay. Okay. If I say quarterly, every 3 months I'm compounding. In 1 year I compound 4 times. So the value of N is 4. So if I say compounding daily, in 1 year I compound 365 times. So N is 365. So you should know the value of N. N is number of times compounded in a year. Please know, it's very simple. IIT, BPC, whatever the stream is simple. If you know what exactly you are studying, it is very simple. If you don't know what exactly you are studying, it is very complicated here. So A stands for the compound amount that you get finally. P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, N is the number of times compounded in a year, T is the time in years. Everyone, please do note down and please be perfect with this. Most important. If you can know this, one question is pakka in your hand, and very few knows about this N and everything. That is the reason they make mistakes. Okay, I'm moving on. I'll show you the questions, how they would be based on compound interest in SAT, how they can ask the questions based on the compound interest. Yeah, so this is how the questions would be based on. Yeah, try to give me answer for this. My writing might not be so good. My writing might be very bad. I'll read out the question. The question is, Jack opened a bank account that earns 3% interest compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually means for every 6 months. His initial deposit was $700 and he uses the expression 700 into x power 2t to find the value of account after t years. What is the value of x in the above expression? What is the value of x in the above expression? Everyone should solve. Remember whatever I explained in the question and try to give me your answer. Everyone should solve and try to give me your answer. I told you, right? Generally, compound interest is difficult for many students, but no worries. Just carefully follow what I explained right now. Apply this formula on the question. Definitely will be able to solve. Try. If you can't solve, you make mistake, then I'm there with you. I'll help you how to solve. But you try. Without trying, nothing comes. What is the value of the x in the above expression? Very good. Two students typed something. I don't know if they're correct or wrong. This.
There is that 700 of x power 2 plus t or 2t, sir.
2t. 700 into x power 2t. 700 into x power 2t. Sorry, because these are my own questions framed by me. So when I frame, sometimes, yeah, 700 into x power 2t is my p amount, final amount. Then what is the value of x? These are all actual questions, but written by me. Good. I think 10 to 11 students have given me answer. Even others to type your answer. I'm asking you what is the value of x. Just type the value of x in the chat box. Nila, Alok, Srija, Aditya, Mahita, Bhanutej, Abhinav, Gururaj, Likit. We should not make mistake here. So far, 10 students gave me this answer. 90% gave me answer. 2 students gave me wrong answer. Rest of all gave me correct answer. Please be careful. Please follow what I said in the class just now. Very good. Lasya, very good. Am I correct? Just follow what I said just right now in the class. I told you one simple formula. What is the formula? Please write that formula here. P principal into 1 plus rate of interest by number of times into whole power 100 into n into t. So principal is 700. So 700 into 1 plus rate of interest per annum is 3%. Compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually means 6 months. So n is 2 because in a year I compound 2 times. 2 into 100 whole power 2t. So 700 into LCM is 200. So 200 plus 3 is 200. So compare this with 700 into x power 2t. So x is 203 by 200. Always write in terms of, so in exam you might get 23 by 30 something as such. So 203 by 200 or 1.015 should be your answer. So this is the correct answer. All other options are wrong. All other options are wrong. No sir, I thought 0.015, 0.15, nothing is going to work. This is a gradient question. You mark 1.015. Actually, it will be 1.01 something because only 4 gradients are there. This is, I did not calculate all that in my mind. Okay, so final answer should be 1.015. If you had given 1.015 as the answer, you are correct. If you have given anything else, it is wrong. Please identify where you are making mistakes. Students who could not solve, you should now realize, Arey, why could not I solve? Then Venkat said, use this formula in exponential function questions. Simple here. It is your life. Everyone in the class want to get good scores, but such similar effort should be there. Then pakka you get very good scores. Don't take things light. The moment we take things light, Or we take things too seriously, also not good, too lightly, also not good. You need to be sincere and do the work. Now, there is a B part to this. Let us solve B part also. Let us see what is the B part given in the question and try to solve. Everyone, please be careful. You can use your calculators. I'll read out the question. I'll read out the question. B part, Jack friend William found an account that earns 3.5% interest, not 3%. Jack friend William found an account that gives 3.5% compounded semi-annually. William made an initial deposit of $700. At the same time, John made $700 into his account. After 5 years, how much more money will William initial deposit have earned than Jack's initial deposit? Question is so simple. William is having 3.5%. Jack is having 3%. In that case, how much more money William will have in his account than John? Round your answer to the nearest 100th. Round your answer to the nearest 100th. After this, I think next line is there. I think you might see answer. That's the reason. Yeah. Round your answer to the nearest cent. And ignore the dollar sign. SAT people are so good. They'll not even have 0.01% ambiguity. And disregarding the dollar sign when you're gridding in your answer. When I say gridding means like not multiple choice questions, they're filling the blanks. Everyone in the class knows what is the meaning of gridding. These questions are difficult, but if you have followed what I explained just now, definitely you will be able to solve them. So now what is the question? There's another friend of John, which is William. He has found an account which gives 3.5% interest. If the interest is compounded semi-annually, after 5 years, how much more money William will have in his account? Round your answer to the nearest cent after 5 years. $1 is 100 cents. If you know that easily you can solve this, you just need to know $1 is 100 cents. Start. Let me see how many of you can give me a try. There is no harm in trying. Please do try. When I explain, you think, array, itna simple question, then why did not I do? So today I'm explaining just third simple concept. First is square root of a number is positive. Next is formulas. Next is exponential function, that is compound interest formula. Questions based on the compound interest. After this, again, I'll recap what is exponential function in 5 minutes. Then I'll teach you one concept in some other topic, just one concept. Very good. Good. So one student has given me answer, but I think that is correct. You will not have so much amount of 832 points. So the number you gave looks very big to me. I'm not sure if it is correct. Simple here. Don't get afraid with the questions. See what exactly you are missing. If you miss maximum, you don't know formula. Formula to solve this question is very simple. What is the formula that is required to solve this question? Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r by n into 100 whole power n into t. Just need to know this formula. If you know this formula, happily you can solve exponential functions related questions on compound interest. So principal is 700 into 1 plus, let me calculate how much William will earn, 3.5. Everyone take your calculators. If not, use calculators in your mobile phone into 100. But why buy one calculator? Because everyone, whether you are coming for online or offline, I suggest you to buy one calculator, whether you want to buy 50 rupees or 500 or 1000 rupees or 10,000, it is up to you. But buy anyone decent calculator. I just need 4 to 5 functionalities in a calculator: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and power symbol. If you have that, I can do any question in SAT. Rarely I require, 90% I can do without calculators. Rarely I might require calculator. So after 5 years, so 5 into 2, 10. This is what is the amount William makes. We know how much our friend Jack makes. Jack makes 700 into 1 plus 3 by 2 into 100 whole power 10. Why? Because he is also doing for 5 years, 5 into 2. So just subtract this minus this and round your answer to the nearest cent. I think who is this? Abhinav, Bhanutej. Different students are giving different answers. You just need to use your calculators. So you get answer as 20.231 or something as such. 20.231. So 20.231 or 235, something as such. So if I round up to the nearest cent, it becomes 20.24. If I round up to the nearest cent, it becomes 20.23. Okay, so whatever it is, let me explain you. I think everyone understood the formula, right? Now I'm explaining you most important, rounding off. So everyone keep it next heading as it is nowhere relevant to exponential functions. It is relevant to complete SAT exam. Next concept that I'm going to teach you now is rounding off. So exponential function, 3 formulas we learned today, 3 concepts. One is questions based on the square root of a number. Next is formulas. Next is this exponential function. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by N into 100 whole power N into T. After this, I'll open, first let me teach you how to do rounding. So everyone in the class keep heading as rounding most important, because people are not clear of rounding. They make at least one mistake in SAT. Everything is important. One mistake is too much, 20 marks. Try to become perfect in each and every concept. Writing and maths, writing is dead easy because why? You have 44 questions and 35 minutes, not even 1 minute per question. Means questions are dead simple. Only thing is you need to know the grammar rules and solve them. Writing, it depends on the practice that you had, but math, and even if you get 1200 out of 1200, you easily can get 200 to 250 in reading. It's not that we are so dumb. I'm telling you, even if you're a dumbest of the dumb, you can get 200 to 250 because you mark all A's, you get 250 out of 400 in reading also. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'm telling you one important concept called rounding. Suppose if I have a number called 7.395216, or if I have a number like 27.5369197. So please do remember, this 7 is called as, what is this 7 called as? Units. What is this 2 called as? Tenths. If I have number 3, this is called as hundreds. If I have some 9 before this, it is called as thousands. If I have some 6, 10,000s, we know this, right? Yeah. Now come back here. What is this called as? Many people don't know. I'm sure many people don't know. This is called as tenths. Tenth. Why? Because 0.5 is 5 by 10. What is this 3 called as? Hundredths. Not hundreds, hundredths. What is this 6 called as? Thousandth. What is this 9 called as? 10,000th. So in exam, if I give you this, if I ask you to round up to the nearest tens, if you mark answer as 7.39 in exam, it is wrong, 100% wrong. When I say tenths, this is tenths. I need to round off this. So how do you round off 3? See the next number. If it is 5 or greater than 5, you round this number to the next number. So since 9 is a number greater than 5 or equal to 5, greater than or equal to 5, my answer is 7.4. Everyone, focus should be there. Every word that we are teaching in the class is most important. This is important for all the questions, not for one topic. What I'm teaching you now, rounding off to the nearest tenths, rounding off to the nearest hundredths, rounding off to the nearest thousandths. So if I need to round off to the nearest tenths, my answer is 7.4. If I need to round off to the nearest hundredths, my answer is 7 point. So this is coming 1.1 here increasing. So this also becomes 7.40. You should mark 7.40, then only correct, because it should be increased to next number, means adding 1 means it becomes 7.40. If you write 7.4 wrong, 7.40 is called rounding up to the nearest hundredths. If I need to round up to the nearest thousandths, answer is 7.395, because the number after 5 is 2, which is less than 5. So my answer should be 7.395. So now look into this number. If I need to round up to the nearest tenths, it is 27.5. If I need to round up to the nearest hundreds, it is 27.55. If I need to round up to the nearest thousands, it is 27.537. Look, observe carefully, listen to what I'm speaking in the class. Everyone would be able to understand. Still are unable to understand, I told you, right? After the class or any time, you can approach, appoint, schedule a time, come for the doubts, get them clarified. Everyone should be happy. Everyone should be good. Get marks. First thing hurdle is SAT score. It is very easy to get SAT score if you blindly follow us. Blindly follow us. Okay. Again, I'm repeating, because in online I cannot follow you. You should follow up with yourself. If you have any doubts, any concerns, work hard and get back to me. I can push you, I can help you to get good scores, no doubt about it, but be proactive. Very good. So now everyone in the class is clear about rounding off. So we should not make any mistake in exam when a question based on the rounding off comes. Suppose if my answer is 73.692, if I need to round up to the nearest tenth, 73.7. If I need to round up to the nearest hundreds, this. If I need to round up to the nearest thousands, this is the answer. As simple as that. Everyone is clear now? Very good. Now let us brief what is exponential function in 2 minutes. Listen to me. So exponential function means there are 3 ways to represent. One way is in graph. In graph, it looks something like this. It is called exponentially increasing function. If it is something like this, exponentially decreasing function. What is the meaning of exponential? Multiplying with a number, exponential increasing, multiplying with a number greater than 1. I explained you so neatly in the last class. Who missed, don't worry, I'll send you recording here, or again I'll teach you this. You can just subscribe to that channel, everything is there. If not, I'll send it to you. Exponentially decreasing means multiplying, not x, multiplying with a number less than 1 is said to be exponential decreasing. Exponential increasing means multiplying with a number greater than 1. Exponential decreasing means multiplying with a number less than 1. 2 parts here. Okay. Yeah. So now exponential increase and exponential decrease, we have 2 parts. Next is exponential function also can be written as a into b power x. If b is greater than 1, means here multiplying it. This is multiplying with a number greater than 1, not x. If people are multiplying. So exponential function also can be written as a into b power x. If b is greater than 1, exponentially increasing function. If b is less than 1, exponentially decreasing function. Exponential means multiplying. Exponential means multiplying. Increasing means greater than 1. Decreasing means less than 1. That's it. We have 2 things there. Correct, right? So these are the simple basics that I taught you in the last class. Everyone should keep all these basics. And today, I also told you how to solve a word problem based on the exponential function. How effectively we can solve a word problem based on the exponential function. Who missed? I'll send you that recording. You just message me, I'll send you recording. If not, again, I'll repeat that class later on in the coming classes. Okay, perfect. So with these exponential functions, I'll close. You'll get these models based on the exponential functions. If you are perfect, you can solve any question that comes as part of the exponential functions if possible. If there is one more question, I'll solve. If there is one more question, I'll just solve. I covered all the models. Okay. What is this? This also I covered. This also I covered. This also I covered. This also I covered. Which of the following samples is related with the approximate equation P and P is less than 0 and Q is greater than 0? It requires some meaning time. Yeah. So now try to give me what is the answer for this. The population of infants born in a county X in the last 20 years is shown in the table below. 0 years population is 200, 5 years population is 1000, 10 years population is 5000, 15 years population is 25,000, 20 years population is 1,25,000. Which of the following best describes the relationship between the time and the population of the newborn babies? Increasing linearly, decreasing linearly, increasing exponentially, decreasing exponentially. Which of the following should be correct? Everyone, please be active and try to give me your answer. A, B, C, D. A is increasing linearly, B is increasing exponentially, C is decreasing linearly, D is decreasing exponentially. Very good. 5 students, I think 10 students gave me answer. 11, 12, 13. So what I told you, we discussed most important here. One question pakka. What is the meaning of increasing linearly? Increasing by the same number, plus 100, plus 100, plus 100. What is the meaning of increasing exponentially? Multiplying with a number greater than 1. What is the meaning of decreasing linearly? A number, it should be subtracted by a number minus 100, minus 100, minus 100, or minus 200. What is the meaning of decreasing exponentially? Multiplying with a number less than 1 is called decreasing exponential. Now, if I see here, 200 has become 1000, means multiplying with 5. 1000 has become 5000, multiplying with 5. 5000 has become to multiplying with 5. 25,000 1 multiplying. So what I'm doing here, I'm multiplying with a number. With what number? Greater than 1 or less than 1? Definitely greater than 1. So since I'm multiplying, it should be exponentially or linearly? Exponentially. Increasing or decreasing? Increasing, because I'm multiplying with a number greater than 1. Questions will be based on the basic simple concept. But if you miss that concept, it is going to hurt here. So what is the meaning of exponential function? Exponential function means multiplying with a number, something that is called greater than 1. Okay. So now try to give me both answers for 18th and 19th. Actually, I thought of explaining a new concept. So again, why to start new concept when I see the new class? Next 3 classes are most important. I'm going to start quadratic functions, quadratic equations. So most of you don't know those. So I'll teach you slowly, neatly, pakka. If you do that, you'll get 3 to 4 questions, which are most difficult for many students, but you'll enjoy solving them. So please be attentive for the next 3 classes. Question number is 18. Yeah. So there are 4 options here. Which of the following is equivalent to 16 power 3 by 4? So there are multiple ways to solve. You can solve the way you like and try to give me answer. But you need to use those formulas: a power m by n, a power m into n, a power m whole power n. Those 4 formulas I said, right?
Sir, can you understand what is option C?
C is 4 into root of square root of 4. 4 into square root of 4. Four into square root of 4. Okay, so people who solve very good, who could not solve, see how simple is this. I can write 16 to the power of 3 by 4. I can write 16 as 2 power 4. There are multiple ways to solve. I'm solving in the way that I want. So 2 power 4 whole to the power of 3 by 4 2 power 4 into 3 by 4. 4 and 4 khatam. This can be written as 2 power 3, which is 8. 8 should be answer. So this is 16 is 2 power. So this is how you need to solve if you need to solve. So take first option. First option is cube root of 16 power 4, which is 16 power 4 by 3, which is not equivalent to 8. Next option is 16 power 1 by 4. 16 power 1 by 4 is 2. Why? Because 16 can be written as 2 power 4 to the power of 1 by 4. 4 4 khatam. So 2. 4 root 4. Root 4 can be written as 2. 4 into 2 is 8. So definitely answer should be C for Chennai. They just want to confuse. They just want to identify the students who are sincere, who are not sincere. As simple as that here. We should not leave till the last minute. If you not leave, oh, it's not simple question. Array, why did I leave? Will be your opinion. If not, you'll mark something else. Do all these steps. Don't make mistakes. So one last question: the exponential functions that we are going to do. Benjamin deposited X dollars for his investment account in April 1, 2003. The amount of the money in the account triples each year until Benjamin has $16,200 in his account on April 1. What is the value of X? Benjamin deposited X dollars in his investment account on April 1, 2003. The amount of money in his account triples each year until he has 16. So there are multiple ways to solve. I'll tell you the best way, but you can just see. Yeah. The amount of money in his account triples each year. What is the value of X? So even if you don't know anything, SAT is such a good exam. Don't get worried. Initially, how much I have? X. After the amount of money in the account triples each year, becoming 3 times. So X becomes 3X. 3X becomes 9X. I'm telling you, even if you don't know anything, 9X becomes 27X. This is in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. In 2007, it becomes 81X. So 81X is equal to 1,62,000. So X is equal to 2,000. As simple as that. This is one way of solving. Other way of solving this is, so 1,60,000 is the amount, final amount 1,62,000 is equal to 8,000. What is that? X into 3 power, how much? From 2 to 3, 3 power 4, 4 years. So X is equal to 1 lakh. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100. That is 3 times. This is triples means 3 times to the power of 4. You get 1,62,000 by 81. You get 2,000. So whatever the method you do, get the same answer, but you need to do sincerely here. Okay. So if possible, I've shared some books with you, right? Again, I'll just first let me stop recording classes and here's